So how were your days in India? Like what did you actually do? I mean, like I know you were a stylist, but before that, how did you get into the industry?
So Bombay, I went to Bombay saying I want to get into Bollywood and I wanted to be a film director.
You were fascinated by Bollywood.
Yeah, I was fascinated. Growing up, Bollywood films, obsessed. It has ruined me in many ways because of those, all those fantasy love stories and everything. I was like, this doesn't happen in real life, but it was so. I was so.
But you need.
enamored
I think it's an maybe Asian thing or something. But you need that spice
For
of whatever
sure.
it is.
Yeah.
You know, the Bollywood movies. Like for a long period of time, I never watched Bollywood movies, right? So I'm mostly either I don't watch movies at all, or it's Hollywood or series and stuff like that. But lately, it's been a couple of years whereby if there's a good Bollywood movie at the theater, I just go because I enjoy that, you know, the colorful screen and then, you know, the drama and stuff like that. You don't get that in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, but the thing is, even after I know it's ruined me, I love Bollywood. Bollywood music is my number one genre of music.
Okay.
When people ask me, like, what music do you listen to? And I'm like, I don't listen to music if I feel shy others. Because I'm like, it's Bollywood. They're like, Bollywood, but like what? Like Psy or trance? I'm like, I'll listen to it when it's playing, but by myself, it's Bollywood. And
You mean from the movies?
from the
songs
movies. It's
right?
like all the good ones are from the movies. Maybe not now, but like, yeah, from movies. So I still am obsessed with Bollywood because I grew up watching it. But it's just that I think we had too much access to Bollywood and Hindi soap operas that our mind.
Every household,
Yeah,
man.
and
When it's
growing-
8-9 p.m.,
Yeah.
you know, Kasauti Zindagi.
Yeah,
is-
because our
that's
moms are watching
yeah.
it or someone's watching it and we'll also watch it and it's very captivating. And I think that has ruined like our idea of how love and life is. It's made it a little thing. Definitely brought a lot of spice. I think we have so much more character than people in the West. When we go there, they're like so
They cannot
enamored by
relate to it.
and they get enamored by a character because we have so much qualities in our character, which is so expressive. But personally, I'm like, this is the kind of love I want of Bollywood.
The expectations
romantic.
are very high, yeah.
It's there, it's ingrained in your head. How much of you try to unlearn it, it's become a part of you. So that's the thing. I feel like, we should have had more access. We should have had more access growing up to like more like sensible films.
More realistic stuff.
More realistic. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, so how did you get into...
Oh yeah, so Bombay. we've gone. I don't know where. Bombay. So then Bombay, I went saying I want to go to Bombay, be a film director. And,
Okay,
yeah.
you wanted to create movies.
I wanted to create movies. Growing up, I never wanted to be an actor, even though that is always like a fun thing as a kid to want to be.
But why? Why didn't you want to be an actor?
I don't know. Even though I was so comfortable as a kid in front of the camera, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I always thought I was a little different, and I saw, and I was like, how will I fit in? Who would I be? I would I would relate to the actresses, and I'm like, I'm a boy, so like, how am I gonna fit in? So all of that played in my head, and I was like, I think I'll be a film director, and I love watching movies, and I love the idea of being able to make a film as a whole. So I always wanted to be a film director. Went to Bombay, did my college. My dad was like, don't do filmmaking, do like a more broader thing like mass media. So that in case you don't want to do filmmaking later, you've done advertising and all. And that really worked out because later I didn't want to be one. So they got you, and then I interned for a film. It was a really big film. I got lucky. I networked and found my way. And this film called Zanjeer, which was a big film till it flopped. But that's when I realized I was like assisting as an AD. That's when I realized that this is hardcore.
What is AD? Assistant director.
Yeah, assistant director.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I was interning as an AD because I was still in college. I mean, Priyanka Chopra was in that film and I was her biggest fan. So as much as it was so exciting, I still saw that the endless hours people put to work and the timings were night shift and then 6 hours rest and then day shift. And I was like, and I'm seeing like people who've been working for a while and they've aged. I'm like really fast. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is too hectic. This is not my scene. Maybe I'll direct a film when I earn enough money to produce the film and direct it myself. But I'm not taking that, stress for sure. So because of that, I was like, I am creative. Let me use it on other things. And that's when I shifted to fashion. And then my focus was fashion. Then I wanted to work with Vogue, and I was like, do it. And I just manifested and worked and networked. And in those 3 years of being in college, I networked and I got so homely with Bombay. Even though for the first 6, 7, I was in Bombay for 8 years. For the first 5 years of Bombay, I used to always crib. Nepal is so good. I'd rather be there, and like the weather and this and people, and I would just crib. But I was still like, what am I going to do when I go back to Nepal? I'm built a base. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity, this blessing I've gotten to choose Bombay at such an early age and be accustomed to it. So I stuck on. I don't know if I'm going back. So that got me to Bombay.
Okay. What was I even asking? How did you get to India, right?
Are you drunk?
I think I am a little bit. So all this happened in a period of 3 years. The way you accelerated in your career.
I think 3 years was a year where I was testing the waters without getting into it. But after 3 years is when I went out. I was like, this is my time to prove myself that I can be in Bombay. And that's when I started working and really slogging it off and like interning, assisting as a stylist, and did that for 2-3 years. It was really tough. Now that I think of it, I'm like, I would never go back. Because when you're an assistant, you get all the work as a stylist.
Right.
The stylist has reached a point where she or he has a team who will do everything. And the stylist is the creative person who will say, this is what I want, get things, do this, do that. And I didn't want to be a stylist by myself. I was like, I can't. I need to learn enough because it's a big responsibility. And I struggled and I enjoyed it. You get used to your struggles. So it was fun then. But now that I see it, I'm like, I don't know how I got into it. But then after styling is when I started my Instagram. Getting into fashion styling, you get inspired by fashion and the looks. And then I started dressing up like in things, the latest trends and things like that. And it started picking up my Instagram. Not like it started getting 10, 20K. It started getting 2,000 followers, 3,000 followers. And that's when people started contacting me to create content for them from my Instagram page. Okay. And then I got like my
You mean the brands, right?
Brands, yeah. Right. They're like, come for this event. It's a fashion event. We'll pay you 2,500. I'm like, wow, that's fun to attend an event. That's been a
and get
dream.
Paid for it.
And get paid for it. I'm like, I've always known I can't be an actor, and I've always thought, then what? Then there's no way I'll get these kind of things. I was like, this is interesting.
So this was in Nepal?
This is in Bombay. This is in Bombay. Like 2016.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, let me work more harder towards my social media while I'm assisting. Slowly, I started doing my Instagram, like working on it and trying to get work and do things, promote things. And then that started picking up. And then I was like, I'm not going to assist anyone. I'm going to style myself and work on myself and build my brand. And that's when I started getting serious about content creation, blogging, which they call influencer, which is hectic as a term. But blogging and like creating content. And then in Bombay, I was really like, things were going really good for me. And things will still go good for me if I go back because people still are like asking me. But things were going great for me. Everything was going great. I was getting some great brands. And then I was like, I need to learn more. And then I went to London to do a 3-month course. I was like, yeah, let me come back and grow. And then COVID happened. So, but it really happened for the good for me.